I'm Greta Redmond, and I'm a member of the Care Creation team here at Our Savior's Lutheran. I'd like to share with you a few of the simple things that I do on an everyday basis to just make our world a little bit better. Simple things that you can do, and I hope that this makes sense to all of you. I'd like to start with my water bottle. You'll see I have a metal water bottle, and I use a reusable bottle so that I can not have to have anything to throw away, and I also like the concept of metal. As we learn more about microplastics, I think it's great to be able to do most of it in the metal where the water's sitting, and then a great plastic top to seal it and keep it safe. One of the other things I like to do is drink coffee. I am a Lutheran after all. So when I use my Keurig coffee maker, I used to have to buy those coffee pods that you had to throw away all the time. What I've been able to find is a reusable coffee pod. So you can buy your coffee in bulk and then buy these very inexpensive little paper filters and then a plastic coffee pod. So I can pop these in my Keurig. I make them up the night before, pop them in my Keurig, and they're just as convenient as those other ones, and there's really no waste, just that. And when I do have an empty coffee pod, just like Lori, I like to recycle it in my food scraps so it can just get dropped right in there and thrown in the trash. One of the other things I like to do to help our environment is buy local. This is a great heirloom tomato that I picked up over at the co-op. And so it both is grown locally, so I'm supporting local businesses, I'm caring for our creation as they try and do organics, and I get a really delicious tomato. So it's a great time of year to think about seasonal vegetables and fruits. I love to go to the farmer's market or buy things that are local. And the last thing I want to share with you is something that you may have seen or may not have. It's a replacement for that saran wrap or aluminum foil. It is a piece of cloth that has been dipped in wax. And so you can use it, you cut your tomato, and then you can just wrap it up, and then it'll seal it, and so that it'll stay fresh. So it's really just something you can, again, reuse and enjoy and keep that beautiful tomato fresh. Now that we moved out of the kitchen, I want to give you a couple more ideas. First, I'll start with the toothbrush. This simple wooden toothbrush is just one more way we can do something small that can be meaningful. Think about 8 billion people in the world all having a wooden toothbrush. It's a lot less plastic that we're throwing away. This is biodegradable. So think about little things like that. Another option is when I go to the grocery store, sometimes I end up with a plastic bag. If I do, I take it home and use it again as a trash bag. The preference is to use your regular old reusable bag. I have a nice long handle, so when I walk over to the co-op, I can use it. But think about what kind of bags you can use on a regular basis. I'd also like to share with you a term I call a hand-me-up. I never wanted a pink phone cord, charging cord, but you know what? My teenage daughters did. I'm still using it. It's a hand-me-up instead of a hand-me-down. Just another way to use things that are available to you, even if it wasn't quite your preference. It doesn't go to the office, but it stays at home and works just fine. And one last thing I want to share with you is going back to the good old bar of soap. No plastic, nothing to throw away, maybe a cardboard box that it came in, but really a lot less wrapping than all those foam soap dispensers, and it works pretty darn well. And I love having it in a shell from Sanibel where I can just keep it and think about my souvenirs of being something that's natural, something that I can use. So those are a lot of different ideas, each of them small, but something that I hope you can take with you and make a change. It's your call to action to think about at least one thing that you can do differently. Thanks for being a member of Our Savior's Lutheran Church.